Oh, a microphony.
And a phony at the mic.
Quiet, numbskulls, I'm broadcasting.
The Doctor of Discernment is now online.
You know, much like my show, in that it's a local reaction to things that are happening on a federal level.
Dispensing a daily dose of common sense. No prescription required.
Wow, do I have a boatload of stuff for you, from the crazy to the absurd. Let's start getting into it because, I mean, it is bizarro world out there. And I say, if it's obvious to me, should be obvious to everybody. Oh, wow. Who could have seen this coming?
This is the Fourth Hour with Greg Belfrage.
Hold on to your butts.
Broadcasting from my basement bunker beneath Kello Radio. Welcome to the Fourth Hour. It's really great to have you along. I hope you had a terrific weekend. I'm just getting a little bit befuddled, to be honest with you, because just the Democrats pushing back against everything. And there's a story this morning at the Washington Post talking about this. Democrats and their defiance on the shutdown shows a new, tougher approach to Trump. And I think, and that spells, bad things for the country. I mean, honestly, if Democrats are just going to try and delay, and it's going to be all about Trump, they're making it all about Trump, and you see it everywhere we look. So they, Washington Post reporting only a few months ago, some leading voices in the party, stunned by Trump's election win, were counseling against picking unnecessary fights or appearing to reject the voters' will. You knew that was just a matter of time, right? You knew that was just a matter of time before the voters' will. Give me a break. It's their will. That's all that matters to them on a lot of these issues. So you start with Senator Chris Van Hollen of Maryland, who is as daft as anybody out there. I'm not naming anyone in particular, but some were slow to recognize that Trump posed a direct threat to our Constitution and our democracy. How could you have missed that? These people have been screaming it for years. This is what they have been saying for years. It's just too much. He was moving at warp speed and some were in low gear, but I think that has changed. You should never try to appease a bully. It's going to be more of this. Seriously, this is it. This is all the Democrats have. Trump is a bully. Trump's a bully. And Trump's out there smiling. It's just incredible. So Democrats outside Washington saying the party took too long to adopt this more combative approach. Our base is looking for reasons to fight. Democrats are tired of going along with this. Oh, God. That, my friend, is what happened when you lose elections. That is why elections are important. And that's why I'm always out there telling you, get out there and vote. Make your voice heard. Vote in the primaries. Make your voice heard. Vote every single time that you have got an opportunity to do it. Be glad about it. Do it with a smile on your face. And as I always do, I don't know about you. I love being at the polling place. I do. I just love being at the polling place, win or lose. I love going to vote. And this, I think it's really important that we have got to fight. So here are the Democrats. Oh, we gotta fight Trump. How is this any different from the first day Trump was on the national scene? It's just the same, to the resistance, and we got to push back, and it's just the same old thing. But now repackaged, and now more of us are on board. I look around the country. It's not a surprise to me. We were talking about the polls as to how people felt about Trump and Republicans, and even had a caller this morning, which the more I thought about it, the more it just absolutely made me laugh. He was making the point, who do you blame for the government shutdown? Well, of course, Trump. Who else? You know, that's the lazy man's opinion, and is that it's Trump's fault. I think the informed person understands that Trump, the budget bill, the continuing resolution, that actually, before Trump ever really gets a chance to, I mean, he's out there, he's talking about saying things, but he didn't weigh in until it's passed Congress. I mean, so it's Republicans and Democrats in Congress who are responsible for passing that. And then the president's got a role where he either signs it or he vetoes it, or he, puts it in his desk and whatever action he winds up taking on it. But he's not even really a part of it. So why does the American public blame Trump? Because the media blames Trump for everything. The legacy media, the Democrats in this, they blame Trump just repeatedly. So much that's what day of the week is it? I'm already tired. I'm already exhausted. I'm already exhausted from this kind of stuff. Where does that come from? I'm not saying Trump's always right. I'm not, I don't always agree with him. Most of the time I do. Let's be very honest with you. But I don't always agree with him. But this opposition, and meanwhile, coming from Democrats whose own cities and states are in utter, disarray. You got lawlessness all over the place. And I don't know. I think if you're being an honest observer, you're looking at events and you're watching that unfold, you got to say, what in the world craziness is this that we see unfolding all across the country? And the idea is it's all Trump's fault. It's Trump's fault. But there are things I would agree. I've listened to some of the callers during the morning show, and they make pretty salient points, and I understand where they're coming from. But it just cracked me up. So we're talking about these polls and the media and the way they present Trump, the way to the American public. So the news that you and I consume on a daily basis, is it really that hard to believe then the polls show that, folks don't trust Trump, or they're blaming Trump for the government shutdown? Trump's not even entered into the conversation yet about the federal government shutdown. I mean, it's just, I'm following stories. Okay, he's talking about this. He's talking about that. He's talking about Gaza. He's all of these various different things that he's out there talking about. And what's going on in Congress is nowhere. So how do you come up blaming Trump? The reason is because that's what the legacy media force feeds to you each and every day, whether you like it or not. And so I shouldn't be surprised. I was a little bit taken aback by his comment blaming Trump. Trump really hasn't even entered into that debate. So it's just, but that's the world we live in. Unfortunately, this is the world we live in. And I think it's really, if you want to be an informed citizen, and I think you should be, you need to be informed. You need to find news sources that you can trust, that are presenting news in a more balanced way. I'm not saying in a right-wing way, but in a more balanced way than the legacy media is doing. And if you're thinking about CBS, ABC, NBC, CNN, forget it. You're not going to find any balance coming from them. CNN, it is I think they have so tarnished their brand, and you and I have talked about this before. I think CNN has tarnished their brand so badly that the best thing they could do is just blow it up and start over. You know, I'd be inclined to want to dismiss everybody on the staff there and just seriously and just start over building something new. I don't think I don't think that's a reality. In fact, I think it's going to get worse. I really do. I really believe that it is going to get harder and harder to be able to find more objective news as time goes on. I'm not saying that's going to happen tomorrow, but I think we see it happening right now. I was, encouraged to see the news about what's going on at CBS and Paramount and forgive me, I should have pulled a story about it, with the new folks, new head coming in to CBS News and what that may mean for changes at CBS could mean pretty substantive changes. Barry Weiss, who is a name I think that many of you recognize, understand. Barry Weiss is being talked about, coming in as the new head of CBS, really wants to change some things. I know there have been a number of conservative outlets who have been, pretty excited by this. And we'll see. I'm a little bit more cautious. We'll wait and see what happens. Let's see which way CBS goes. I hope they do. And I hope we see more of that in legacy media. But is it really any surprise given the stories that are out there and the way the media treats Trump? I mean, watch any of these Sunday shows, these Sunday news shows, and the way that they just, are trashing Trump, his administration, conservatives in general. And I think, you recognize we've got a long way to go. So I'm going to leave it there for today. I want to thank you. You have made it to the end of the video. So you are part of my gallery of champions. A big thanks to you. Please like and subscribe. If you've got other friends you think would enjoy what we do, please tell them about us as well. I would really appreciate it. Numbers are going up on YouTube, and that's thanks to you. Thanks so much. So we'll leave it there for today. Special salute to the Bunker Brigade. Those are the folks that are here each and every day. David and Denise and Brian and Steve and a number of others. So couldn't do all of this without you. Grateful for all of you. Until tomorrow, my friend, I'm underground and gone.